What up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, the W, the I, the Z, the Z, the I, the E, dash 33. Today, folks, I am bringing you another great video. And today, we're going to be focusing on Predator's Mark. That is right, Predator's Mark. I'm sure everybody was waiting for me to get into this one. This is a pretty difficult one for me because I rated so low. Predator's Mark is a build that pretty much applies bleed to an enemy and allows a person to bleed after hitting 10 shots, not 10 consecutive shots, but 10 shots precisely. Okay, so if you hit them and you missed 5 other shots and you get another 10 shots, you pretty much put a person on bleed. Should it be nerfed? Should it be buffed? Should it stay the same? For me, the bleed effect should definitely be nerfed. I don't care who likes it or not, who hates what I just said.
I don't give a fuck.
However, I do think that it's a very overpowered build when it comes to a team play. If you come up against 4 Predator Marks, you would never go off bleed. Only positive thing on Predator's Mark for me is the bleed effect allows people to run slower, so you will catch up to the enemies that do tend to run. I think that Division is a strategic game. Predator's Mark is a very strategic build, but people are using it to the worst degree of playing. Okay, now 2 positive things are the running part. The second thing for me is that Predator Mark has no survivability. Now, I do know players that can survive with Predator's Mark, and that is an issue because they've pretty much broken the build in a sense. So if you can survive with Predator's Mark, it's like a lot. You know, that's saying a lot in your Division gameplay. I think that Predator's Mark is a hit or miss type of build once again, and I do rate Predator's Mark as a B- in this game. That is correct, a B-. As you guys may know, my scaling is pretty much A++, A+, A, and A-, and it's a B- in this category because of so much things that are wrong with it. 200% on bleed, yet you have other builds like Final Measure that can't even go up to 100% of EDR. It's just not allowing any defensive, because Predator is just all one-sided, which is great because it allows an offensive side of point, but then you have not enough defensive sides. Don't nerf it, but buff some of the other items. So you want to buff Final Measure, you want to buff these type of things that allow the bleed not to affect your team or you so much. And if someone has Final Measure, it's more of a team-based build, so allow it to do a team-based thing, as Predator Mark does. Predator Mark, if you have the talent that allows others to bleed, you're pretty much critting them for the same exact thing. So developers did not know what they were doing. They were just so excited to get Predator's Mark out there, and they attempted to make it a solo build, yet also a team build. That's the problem I have with Predator's Mark, is that it has no type of identity. The identity of Predator's Mark is lost, and that's the issue. It's just a build that does massive amounts of damage with no skill. So you hit and run, and you will see in this clip here, survivability rate is not that great. You know what I'm saying? You cannot run away as good as you can hit, which is great. I like that part about it. It allows you to stay and fight. It allows you to chase but not be chased, if you get what I'm saying. So I hate Predator's Mark in this sense because people do abuse it. What it's really used for, it should be used for a PvP game, and developers have bashed this in my book. So guys, I give Predator's Mark a B- and give it a big boo, only because developers have bashed it when it came to knowing how to balance it out, because you have your sets of offensive builds, then you have your sets of defensive builds. Obviously, Final Measure is not a build that you want to go head on with other players, but if you have to factor all the way into EDR and you cannot do anything else with Final Measure but EDR because of Pred, that's a big no-no, okay guys? See, with Pred, I think you need to be running a massive amount of EDR when it comes to Final Measure. Final Measure only lets you go up to about 85%, I've seen the most. Allow us to go 100%, because I think there's 2 sets of it. There's Pred, which is the offensive side, and then there's Final Measure, which is the defensive side. So if you cannot allow people to play defense on this game, Final Measure is not a build that's going to melt down players that are running Striker, or even players that are running Pred because of such high stamina. Now, if you can do it and you manage to do it with the EDR being at 85, capped at 85%, and excuse me if I'm wrong, so guys, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. If there's more EDR, please let me know. then it doesn't allow people to really react to the bleed effect, especially the status effect. Maybe put people on bleed, but let the actual bleed not happen every 1 second. It's so many ways you can play this, and they've bashed this particular build. So yes, I do not like the Predator's Mark build, unfortunately. So I liked it when I first tried it, but I hate it now. So if I was the person to tell you to rock it, I'd be a hypocrite in a sense. So for those that are rocking it, it's nothing against you. I just don't like it personally, okay? It's something that you can try. I just think it's very cheesy, you know, because it's once again overpowered. And if you're not factoring into specific talent, then that bleed hurts you. You know, everybody's running around. They're not worried about Alpha Bridge. They're not worried about Striker. They're not worried about Tactician. They're not worried about anything else but Pred. Everybody's complaining about Pred. I'm not a complainer about Pred. I just don't like the build itself because I feel like developers wanted Pred to be the most damaged. Then what's the sense of Banshee? Banshee will be my next video, guys. So if you haven't already, please smash that like button and also smash that subscription button, guys, right there on the bottom here. I love you guys. I appreciate the support. It's your boy Weezy. I'm out. Peace.